In the next chapters, I'm going to talk about iOS 14.5. If you already know, you're going to listen also there what happened. Basically, we had a problem recently in Meta with all of the iOS devices that they didn't want to share data back. So we had all here a break that we couldn't have people that they were coming to the website. If they were having iOS device, we couldn't be able to send data back to Meta because the iOS device and Apple said that they want to protect their personal information of their users. But of course, there are other reasons, but we're going to talk about it in the chapter about the iOS 14.5. So now we have less data. So we stopped using Pixel. We're using Pixel and we're using also API. The Pixel was browser to server integration. So it was using cookies and going to the server of Meta. And the API is now server to server, better reporting. Those are working together right now. There were some thoughts of removing the Pixel, but of course they cannot because a lot of people are still using the Pixel. API integration is more difficult to make. Comparing to Pixel that you just drop the code into your head section. As I said, they always wanted to keep Facebook a very easy platform to work with, but eventually it became really difficult because of all the things that happened. And now you have to do API integration, which needs a developer or the very good integration that they have on Shopify or whatever. So basically, now we have both of them. They're working together. They're reporting double data, but we have the deduplication, which means that we're not having double reporting. And if you're doing that, you need to check that this is also there working for you. And this is in general how the reporting is working, okay? All of these people are watching ads and stuff. They end up to the website. From the website, we need to get the data within Meta to understand what they're doing in order to form an ideal avatar client and have a pixel which is going to be trained. One other term that we're going to use a lot is niche. Niche basically is this. Let's say, for example, that I'm a parent and I have a child, so I'm in the niche of parents. I have a dog, so the niche is the dogs, you know. It's whatever it's going to be able to, explain my interests. Now, all of these people, they're having some interests and Meta understands that. Maybe this guy over here is posting on Facebook images of himself with his dog. So Facebook understands that he has a dog. The more the time passes by and the more we had the iOS changes and all of that, the more it's difficult to target them with crazy stuff. Like back in the day, you could target people based on their income. Facebook knew. You could target people based on if they own a house or not. There was an interest if you own a dog or if you own a cat. It knew all of that. So as the time passes by and we have the GDPR regulation also in the European Union about the personal data and all of that. If you live in EU, there was some years that you have been spammed with emails from all the companies asking you about GDPR, if you're okay to send your email and stuff. All of these things over here, and let me tell you what's the problem, is that this person, by having an Instagram or Facebook account, they are giving this information. Why? Because when we create accounts, we don't read the thin letters over there that they say that their data can be used. Here, how do we call these people? Users. Okay? Do you know who is calling users the people that they're using something? The drug lords and the social media. So over here we're having people that are users and they are the product. These are the products. So all of us that we're doing ads, we're trying to sell to these people. So they are the product, but not only they are the product, their personal information, they're very important because these are information that are going to help us target them and form ideal avatar clients, okay, so that we can keep targeting more. Based on how they go to a website and they buy something for their dog, the next website that sells a collar for the dog understands that this person bought from a previous website something for their dog, so now they can target them with other websites that are selling things for the dog. This is how, by doing that all of these years, they have shared information to Meta to know exactly when he has money, if he's getting paid the next day, if he's going to get paid in the next month, if he has a dog, if he has a daughter, if he likes to go for camping, if he likes fishing, if he likes all of that. And then you're having also the thing that we described in the first lesson that we discussed about the pairing of the phones. If we say that they're not listening, for sure they're pairing. If I'm going outside to a coffee with a friend of mine, the mobile phones are pairing with each other and they know that we are talking for 1 hour, so we are friends. So if I like tennis. Most likely my friends also like tennis and so on. So there's a whole of thing of doing this, and the algorithm is doing this again and again and again, so it knows each one of them what they're doing, and it's going to get more and more and more data based on what is happening within websites, because of all of the data were coming here back in Meta. But then iOS 14.5 came, and let's discuss a little bit about that.